Epic Action, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast. Your source for community building, tournament tips, deck building discussion, and all things Star Wars Unlimited.
And welcome back to another episode of Epic Action, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast. I'm your host, Raul. With me, I have Paul, Nick, and a very special guest, Ruben. He joins us from Richmond, and he is part of the Under the Twin Suns podcast. How are you doing, Ruben?
Doing fantastic. Time listener, first time guest.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks so much.
Long time, short time listener.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that in a minute. But Ruben and I go back to Destiny days. We met a couple years ago. Just playing Destiny. So it's very cool to come back to another Star Wars game here and catch up a bit.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate your time. So question for this week is, you've got all the credits in the galaxy. What ship are you piloting? I'm going to start with Paul.
Oh, on me first. I'm
Yeah.
going to go with the Vermilion.
Okay.
That is the Crimson Dawn flagship. So we're talking about like the big barge that you'll see Dryden Voss on and
Okay.
Kira on and Solo. That's got like the club atmosphere and just it can go anywhere. It's sort of like the I have all the credits in the galaxy type ship, I think.
Sick.
Who doesn't want to host a party in space, right?
Yeah. Full bar. All right, Nick. How about you?
Yeah. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I'm gonna go with Vader's Imperial Star Destroyer from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeesh, big ride.
Yeah. But mostly because I want to have a bunch of like fighters and stuff too in there.
Okay.
But hopefully it's like Thrawn's Imperial Interceptors and not the crappy TIEs with no shield.
Nice. Very good. I was trying to think what ship I want to do, and I'd probably spend some credits to restore the Ebon Hawk, which is the ship from Knights of the Old Republic. It's a classic. It's basically a Millennium Falcon Light, but it just has that cooler retro look in the Star Wars universe. So that'd be my go-to. And Ruben, what's your go?
Just for what I would pick, I don't know if it has credits or I need to get like a loan for this, but for me, I like the Avenger itself. I just like how badass it is. The fact that it was, I did a little Google search because I will be honest, I don't know all about my lore. So, the fact that it pursued the Falcon, the Millennium Falcon throughout, I think is a pretty cool idea. But for me, I love the Avenger, and I think it's my favorite ship in the whole game,
Nice.
and Star Wars Unlimited as well.
Yeah, no, it's always feels good to drop that ship down. So awesome. So quick stat overview. Just want to thank all our listeners. We've broke 200 downloads across Podbean, Spotify. I think we have probably 100 watches on YouTube. So thank you to our listeners. Nick,
I'm a listener. I listen to your episodes, so I really like the everything you guys doing. So it's really nice you guys have me on here. So congrats to you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's pulling up some stats real quick. We have 5 listeners in Germany. So you 5 German listeners, thank you. Awesome.
Is that one dude in Brazil still listening?
Let's see. I think so. Yeah, we got a couple in UK as well.
Nice.
We're worldwide, baby.
Yeah.
You're now international.
Awesome. Cool. So we want to start by talking about, PQ season's coming to the close. We've had quite a few in the last couple of weeks. A lot of our local guys have been sweeping them up. We had Sunny last week.
Yep.
We had in our local area, we have Andrew Staunch. He won one this past weekend.
Yep.
Who am I forgetting? Ryan. He's picked up another
Ryan
one.
too.
Conroe, right? Is it Conroe, right? He's one too. So
I think we got a local Duncan one, the one in North Carolina, right? Over in that's the same Duncan that I'm thinking of from Richmond.
Nice.
Who won the Bosque Blue in Durham, North Carolina PQ.
Okay.
I didn't see that one.
So Yeah, this is a hotbed of competitive Sui players. That's awesome to be around that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the rest of us is struggling out here.
I mean, I tell you what, man, if competitive gaming is a whole different beast, so it's a big deal, especially when you guys are consistently turning out some good results. It's a big deal. It's the stamina is one of the main things is getting.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah, we know about that. 1 a.m. showdown. Um, cool. So maybe let's go around in a circle a bit and get some meta thoughts for the round of PQs. So Nick, I want to start with you.
I just say throw it all out. Just seeing some of the previews coming out, looking at some of the decks, and it's kind of a spoiler for a little bit further segment down of what I've been doing. But I think throw it all out. There's going to be some things that just shifts so heavily from now and.
Okay, so you think when the new set drops, like what we're seeing a lot of the Hans, the Quinlans, you think that's just going to completely shift to some of the new leaders?
I mean, I don't think Han will drop off. I think there'll be a lot more play into a lot of other things that are out there. I mean, some of this is going to depend on the support we get, but I think there's going to be a lot more viabilities, some other play patterns. Maybe Han will be even better. I haven't really looked into that part of it, but definitely look at the new Vader leader and Piat. Like, spoiler. There's a lot of different options you can do.
Sure. Yeah, I was super excited to see Vader get revealed because that's him and Piotr are probably the two that I'll build the deck for first.
And I'll say, just like Boss Green, with those green-red ramp decks, they're going to be just as good, if not better than that.
Nice. Paul, what do you think about the current state of the meta?
I think Khan is pretty well established here. I'm really excited about what sectors are going to do to the meta. Han, I think, is here, and what's going to happen with JTL, and it's going to bring a lot of diversity. I'm really excited about the diversity that Set 4 is going to bring and the things that it's going to do. But the meta is pretty well established. We got the Quinlan, we got Cad, we got Django, Hans there, green and yellow. Sabina's there, and all of her flavor and prowess. So
looks like she's gonna get much better next set with some of those red reveals.
Iden Blue has been showing up a lot, which is scary but great for you.
Yes.
I've been looking at Iden Blue and just going through a couple of different winners deck lists and stuff like that because I don't know if everybody knows, we got a showdown tomorrow, and I've really been thinking about bringing a Thrawn, but I don't know that that's the answer either. It might be something wonky tomorrow, and it might just go back to the Han Yellow. It's a proven deck, and it does really well.
Chancellor Palp Yellow.
Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Speaking of the sectors, it's pretty exciting that we're going to get one of the two sectors right in our backyard, even closer to Ruben down in Virginia, in Richmond. So it's
That's right.
I'm obligated to go now, so I'll very likely be going. I'm probably find me there.
So I'm shocked, but I guess they're all tied to the Star City Games stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, like otherwise, I was shocked they picked those locations. I mean, Denver, I can see. Richmond, not known for the hotbed. The airport's not the easiest to get into, but
Richmond has everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're a huge
not
TCG
trying
community.
I'm just saying, like, it's easier to get into places like Charlotte, Atlanta, DC, even than it is to necessarily get into Richmond. So I thought that's where they would have gone with it, but
yeah, they didn't announce the location yet, but it might be the convention center or the track. So it's
okay.
I guess it depends, but I think the convention center would probably be the best place to put it, especially Star City Games, doing it.
I'm sure we're all eagerly updating that website every day. I know I am. Just waiting for it to come through. I'm grabbing a VIP pass. I can't wait.
Nice. Well, I know some of the World's tickets went on sale today.
Yeah.
So good luck to everyone playing in that. unfortunately won't be able to make it. I'm not sure about. I think Nick's probably planning on
I'm
going.
going. I got my ticket last night. I was up 1 a.m. here
Nice.
getting it. And of course, the link didn't go live right then, and mass chaos. Everybody's like, "Where is it? Where is it?"
Mhm.
And the mobile, I don't think you could see the buy ticket link like initially, because they didn't put it under the menu. They just like let a button be created. So
Okay. Ruben, you think you're gonna head out to any of the worlds or the sector?
The sector, more than likely, yes. Depends on the travel, everything. I know I'm going. Correct me if I'm wrong. Where's the world's at this year?
Vegas.
Vegas,
Oh
baby.
yeah, no.
Niche.
Yeah, I'm not going to Vegas.
That's
Because
what
I know
said.
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But no, the only thing I'm going to be one of the major ones I'm going to is Gen Con this year. That's
Nice.
my main trip that I'm going to do in a few months. But yeah, good luck to everyone's going to Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not to kind of swing back a little bit, Ruben, what are your thoughts on the current meta?
I love it. The fact that there's all kinds of different decks that are winning PQs makes my heart happy. The Boba suspension was huge for the game, and the explanation for it and everything was on point on that. The fact that I played Han Yellow at the PQ that Sunny won, and I piloted it maybe a handful of dozen times, and I went 4-3, got 25th. I think that deck is solid. My good buddy Steve, he got 16th, running a Kira Green deck. So, it's just I just like the fact that these leaders have answers for each other. There's a lot of Sabine does really good. You got the CAD, you've got the Djangos, you got the Hans. I played against Quinlan, Django, and the Han decks, and those were what I expected to see there. So I think the meta is in a really good place, and I think that down the road, the way they do these, the discussion of cards that might have some, DJ is one of the cards that might be talked down the road, but I just think that overall, I think the meta is in a good place, knowing that there's so many different decks that are performing well and winning.
Yeah. I'd be happy to see a little bit less Han DJ, but other than that, I agree.
I mean, when you play it and you run the deck, yeah, it's great to see it and come out, but
Yeah.
it just helps you win more. It's a
That's
great
true.
card, but it's not like that's not the main bread and butter of the deck. It's just the free ramp it does for you is pretty great.
Mhm. Okay. So let's see. What are your casual, competitive, and possibly twin sun leaders for the next few years? So, as we're coming to a close on this PQ season, right before the next set, what is everyone planning on playing as we finish out the season? For me, it's pretty much item blue. I enjoy playing that control. I did test out Bosk blue this past week, and while I enjoyed it, having to rely on them putting units out, giving them a chance to put a unit out to swing before I could delete it with a bounty on it. I just I was enjoying that.
Yeah, I'm right now. I only brought a box screen with me, but I plan on, if I can create a deck and get back in time, maybe playing Chancellor, Palpatine, yellow for the Curio showdown on the 22nd.
I did play a little bit of Anakin Blue last night too. That was fun beastic. I think I had him at he had two Jedi lightsabers. I had hit him with Obi-Wan's experience tokens twice, and I also put the Force with me on him. So he was a big boy. I think he swung twice with bravado to win the game for me.
I do like that deck. I do like Anakin.
Yeah. What about you, Paul? What are you looking at running? Still Han?
So competitively, I'm probably going to be running Han Yellow. Like I think I have too many reps with it to not give it the real competitive shot. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to sectors, something completely different. JTL will be out and we'll go from there for sectors. But for competitive right now, it's going to be double yellow Han, pretty sure. But casually, I really want to run Mandalorian yellow.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
nice. I was going through my my card collection last night, and I found my Bo-Katan deck, still sleeved up, just sitting there. Like, I need to bring this back out. It was fun just throwing all the upgrades on all the Mandos and having flamethrowers and jetpacks and stuff.
For sure. I'd like I've had a lot of fun playing Mando. I think I have a Mando blue put together, and it's fun. It's not good. I played against Nick with it a couple of times, but
They're bad.
he says it sucks. I've had much success with it. I don't think it sucks. I think I got some bad hands, and maybe a little rework needs to be done based
Bad
on the current
hands
meta.
over
But
12 games, I guess.
Jeez. Ruben, what kind of decks do you enjoy playing? I know you said you played Han at the sector, but like, other than Twin Suns, we'll get to in a little bit. What would be your like premier format favorite leaders to play?
Yeah, so casually, I liked playing the leaders that are the worst leaders just because I want to make it work. Not
Yeah.
because I think it's gonna work. I just like, you know what? Let me try to make Jin Urso work. Okay. Let me try and see. Um playing those kind of leaders, I just want to play just different ones like Jin, like Finn. But casually, those are the kind of leaders I like to play competitively. I am a control player at heart.
Mhm.
I was running a Yoda blue control deck for a while, which I really enjoyed doing. I did really well in our league. Talk about that later. Um, but also just competitively, I just think that Han right now, Han Yellow is what I'm running right now, and performing in the PQ is what I did with it. I think I did pretty good considering. I just think it's a strong deck and it does well against the meta itself. So that's the one I'd be running right now. And then once JTL drops, throw that all out the window. I don't know. Maybe Han Yellow gets more toys. I don't know, but I enjoy playing all the new leaders to see what happens with it because I want to know. Because eventually you'll get a leader that you like to play, and then you're like, okay, what's that other leader do? So if I get some reps on those other leaders, I'll be able to know what they do. So, but yeah, as of right now, it'd be Han one, yellow, but I'm also toying with the Han green. So
Nice. Awesome. Okay, so we kind of alluded to it because Nick said he was up at 1 a.m. to get this his Galactic qualifier, Galactic Championship trophy ticket. Nick is in Japan right now. He's joining us from across the world. How's your adventure going over there?
It's going great. Having a good time. Just, going out. A lot of good food. Had a couple good cigars last night. Drinks are cheap. Food's cheap. I'll say that. Exchange rate's great.
Nice. Yeah.
So,
So
have
today's
a
really
good
your first day. You're gonna get the chance to go like adventure out.
yeah. So, jet lag and a few other things. But, yeah, first real chance to like explore the area. I was hoping to go see the snow monkeys, but apparently it's gonna dump like a foot of snow up in Nagano, so that's gonna be out.
Nice.
And also, apparently, you can't have snow monkey friends.
Why
So
not?
apparently, they're very vicious.
Yeah.
I thought like you see them in the pictures and they're like bathing in the hot springs, and like hot springs and onsens are a very big thing up here. I was like, I'm gonna go, hot spring with the snow monkeys and my little snow monkey buddy. Not a thing apparently. Apparently you have to stay on the path. But yeah.
Nice. Giving Paul a chance to jump in here.
Oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. About Japan, like, are we going sightseeing in Japan? Or waiting for Nick's photos. Like, hopefully he gets to do a big tour. I believe he's in Tokyo. Like, make sure you go and check out all the gambling parlors. Karaoke, food,
Would you
drinking.
like? Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's kind of the plan tonight. Hang out, go out, be out late. It's crazy here, man. Some of the bars they close at 7 a.m. and people just roll into work. I'm like, that's wild.
that's crazy.
Like we're all 20 again.
Yeah, right. You'll see people stumbling out. This is 7:30 in the morning. I'm just like 2 hours later at work.
Jeez. Nice. So do you want to talk about your new segment?
Oh yeah, so you're hearing it here first. I'm probably gonna record it after this, but what I want to do is kind of like a a follow me to sectionals, follow me to regionals if I go. Or what? Which one's the first one? Regionals and then sectional sectors.
I believe so.
Follow me to Richmond. We'll see if I go to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And then I'm definitely going to Worlds. It's kind of like a segment, just like a long running. Hey, this is what this is what I'm playing now. This is what I'm thinking about. Here are my thoughts. Here's some, just different ideas being thrown out there, or not just like, oh, this is the best deck and this is where we're gonna go. But I think there's some similar videos like that, and just kind of do our first YouTube exclusive video. That's why, like I said, I've been messing around with some of the new Set 4 stuff. I made a crazy Vader deck yesterday, so it delayed the video a little bit. Getting like 10 X-Wing tokens out there right after Vader flip is crazy. So I think you got to look at different things. Just throwing a lot of the current meta out. I think tokens could potentially become more of a problem going forward. There's a lot more cards that get token support versus the kind of set 3 tokens didn't really pan out the way you wanted. And then I made a Piat deck too. I think the only other thing, I tried making a Thrawn red. I think there needs to be some more support there. I just not enough of the on defeat triggers just yet. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. You'll see it soon.
Exciting
We'll get
stuff.
a 15-20 minute video there.
Nice. So you haven't had a chance to really go around to any of the local stores, the game stores up there?
So they do Tuesday nights here in Tokyo. There's a store I just wasn't able to get over to it this previous Tuesday, but so apparently the license or something that FFG has doesn't allow them to really distribute in Japanese language or an Asian market or something like that.
I think there's
whatever.
another game, White Schwartz, that has the Star Wars license for Japan. I think that's what the reason is.
Okay. Well, apparently they play English cards over here.
Nice.
I don't know what the availability, but there's like one store. It's apparently a Japanese national holiday on Tuesday, so they're starting at like 2:30. I'm gonna try to get over there at like 2:33.
Okay.
Nice.
See what it's like and see, maybe I can talk to the store owners a little bit. But yeah, it looks good. It's like a TCG bar.
Ooh.
Okay.
So what that means, I mean, drinking is very, very legal here. You can just walk down the street with a beer and just, it's not culturally acceptable to be drinking and walking, but you can just openly drink. Very low restriction.
Okay. Roll out of the game bar at 7 a.m. Go to work. Nice.
Right?
Yeah, pretty much what it seems like.
Are you expecting anything special to be sold there? Like clearly not Japanese cards, but
They didn't really have a website that I've found. I mostly have their Twitter page where they post their schedule. But I don't know. I mean, they have different shops around here where you can like buy like Yu-Gi-Oh! And One Piece and a whole bunch of other stuff. So
have you had any translation difficulties too? Is what I was wondering. Like everybody speaking English, no problem, or
broken English. I mean, enough to like where you can talk with people. You learn a few phrases that get you around. The phrase for "excuse me" was "sumimasen." That gets you pretty much a lot of help that you need.
Nice.
And then Google Translate, Google Lens.
Yeah.
It's been very helpful. But the people are really great here. The people are very nice, very helpful, and even if you just don't really understand, they'll find somebody to kind of help you.
Nice.
Sounds like an incredible experience for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, first time to Asia, love it so far.
Yeah, a couple of my
little,
buddies been to Japan and they loved it every time they've gone. So that's awesome.
yeah, I'm a little small for the country, that's for sure. I keep bumping my head on things, but or I'm sorry, I'm a little big for the country.
Yeah,
Actually.
that's what
Sorry,
I was saying. Wait a second.
It's early. It's early.
Yeah,
that
it's
reminds me, the very first time Nick came to my
hold on.
house, he like bumped his head into my ceiling fan. He's so tall.
Dude, that's like an everyday thing over here. If you're over 6 feet, good luck.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we're looking forward to that segment. Like I say, it'll be a YouTube video series, so you can catch it on our YouTube channel. And we have been posting our episodes on there, usually the day after they air on Podbean. So appreciate everyone following us on YouTube. All right, so let's get to the main event. Our buddy Ruben joining us. So glad to have you. So, like I said earlier, I met him a couple years ago. We were playing Destiny. But what is your background in trading card games?
I started back in the day with Magic. I think it was 93, 94.
Hmm.
I was very young and learning the game, and I didn't know what I was doing a lot of times. Back in the day, my buddy and I, we built a deck with red Elemental Blast. I had blue Elemental Blast, and for people who don't know what that card does, it destroys a target permanent or counter spell of that color. Put 15 of those in my deck. I didn't know what I was doing, clearly. But it was a lot of fun. Fast forward, I've played Magic. Naturally, I played a game called Force of Will
Oh
back in
yeah,
the
I forgot
day.
about that game too.
That game was a lot of fun. Did a podcast with that as well with a couple
Yeah.
buddies.
It's very
Play,
similar to Sue in that you had a leader
yeah,
that kind of popped out. So
yeah, it was really really fun. The art was really cool. Played that. I played Destiny. I played Transformers trading card game when I was playing for.
nice.
That lasted for about 15 minutes, but it was fun when I
Yeah.
played it. Uh, played a little bit of Pokemon just see how the mechanics work. I don't play it now, but I think the game mechanics are pretty great. And then now playing Star Wars Unlimited from Destiny, like you said, my heart was broken when Destiny,
hmm
went away, but I was like, okay, I'll give you another chance, FFG.
Yeah.
And this game is great. This game is amazing. And the fact that when they announced the game right from the very beginning and they said, we're going to have this Twin Suns format as a multiplayer format, and I was like, I'm in. Thank you. That's a big deal for me because when they know about this is what they want to do with it, and they already got a plan for it is huge for me. So that means that they have some important, it's important to them as well. So, but yeah, that's my TCG's background.
Nice. I know we're also playing a couple other games. You and I have been chatting about Halo Flashpoint.
Yeah, man, that's my jam, dude. I'm going out Sunday. Working with this a buddy that he just you know he came out. His name was William, and
Yeah.
you,
Yeah,
you
I
know
know William. We
you
were
know
talking about
William.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
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 I printed a couple of maps for him and some stuff. So
dude.
like
He,
might have
I said, hey man, you coming out to this Halo stuff? Yeah, man, I'll come out here. And when he rolled up to the shop, I was like, what is all this great stuff you're doing? I mean, he just covered the tables with all these
oh yeah.
maps and all this cool stuff. I was like, bro, you and I we're gonna be talking because we're slowly working on getting Halo going up in our area. And I think last time we had people come out like 6 or 8 people just playing different games, playing different maps and
Yeah.
trying stuff out. But yeah, that is one of the other games I play, and he did name drop you, Raul, about some of those things. So yeah, I'm really excited about how that game is. And the other one that I'm playing is HeroScape. I'm not sure if anyone knows what that game is,
Mhm.
but it is a game that has been brought back by Renegade Games, and our community's done really well with that. Tournaments done really well, and it's so much fun. It's one of those games where it's like Halo Flashpoint is a skirmish game, right?
Yeah.
Now, HeroScape, it was branded as a board game, but it's a very entry level skirmish game with hexes, and the maps are beautiful, and it's just a lot of fun playing my old units and my new units. And yeah, those are the Star Wars Unlimited, HeroScape, and Halo are the three main games that I play
Nice.
um for gaming. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when I'm not doing Sue, I'm doing Halo nowadays, but also, still trying to keep up with Legion.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
running
indeed.
a event at Richmond Open
Yes.
for
Uh,
Heroescape?
Heroescape and SWU.
Oh, you're running a Stu event. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know
Nice.
that.
Yeah, we're talking about it. We just literally like last week or the week before we're getting all the details finalized with that. But yeah, so May 4th,
Hey,
there's gonna be an event at Richmond Open. So
hey, Ruben, hit me up on that offside because I was definitely thinking about doing the same thing. You know, I ran the Legion event last year, and I love the guys down there.
yeah, man, for sure.
So
Definitely.
yeah, definitely, I'd love to be interested in working out with you.
Cool,
Excellent.
man. Heck yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll be there too. I'm going to be running the Legion Grand Tournament.
Ye- Yeah, so I'll
So
be doing the Saturday. I'll be doing the Heroescape event, and then Sunday I'll be doing the SWU judging the SWU event.
awesome.
Very
Well,
nice.
as you get more details, let us know. We can make sure to blast it out on here as well.
Heck yeah, man, definitely.
I know we
Yeah.
haven't covered it yet, man. And not to jump points here real
No,
quick,
go for it.
but where's your home store?
Waterloo Games, Mechanicsville.
Okay, I stopped by there. Like I travel back and forth between Newport News and Williamsburg to Fredericksburg, and uh, that's the one store in the middle. I was just there. I want to say 2 days ago. I picked up a couple packs full of change of heart. So
Oh
thanks,
yeah.
Waterloo Games.
Yeah, it's the owners there are like Kevin who runs the shop for the TCG side of it. He and I work a lot together, working on SWU and getting that game built up there. And I just it's when you go into that store, it just feels it's friendly, it's welcoming. It's like, hey, let's hang out, let's have a good time, let's play cards, and so it's had that good vibe, and it's only 11 minutes from my house, so that's also
Oh,
convenient.
perfect. Yeah, I know
Very
they
nice.
recently.
Very nice.
I went to a showdown a couple months ago at their old location.
Oh yeah,
So it's cool to see they upgraded to the newer one.
yeah, a lot more space,
Yeah, shout out to them. Um, so kind of along those lines, from what I see, I see you posting everywhere about Halo, about SWU. You do a lot of community building, which is something we're very big on here. What does it take to build a community?
Well, it takes a community, literally. You need people who are interested in the game itself that you want to play, right? And once you get those folks who want to play, you build them up like, hey, let's go do this, let's go play this. But you also need the store backing because you need to have a place for everyone to play. So, and that's what we have at Waterloo Games is I have a really good rapport with Kevin, who runs the side of everything, and just talking to people. When they come in and you play them, hey, how you doing? Oh, you playing that deck? That's pretty cool. And just watching them and playing, and then especially when you get new players. When you get new players, what do? I have all these cards. I open a pack. Okay, maybe there's some foils that I like because I like to put them in my Twin Suns deck. We'll talk about that later. But just giving people cards and making them feel welcome, and just talking about what you're doing. And we have a lot of initiatives that we have at the store that we're doing to help bring people in. We have a tracker that we use, basically, that's like a punch card. You come in, you get a punch. After a certain amount of punches, you get extra promo pack, and then at 5 punches you get a free booster pack of the current set. Then once you start getting more punches, you'll be able to get discounts at the store. It's a really cool way of saying, hey, thank you, community, for coming in. And Kevin, again, I'll shout out Waterloo Games as well. Is That's a way to do it. Is you know give people the incentive to come to your store, not just because you are, hey, we're playing games, but hey, you gotta come in, sure, take a punch of this, and we'll you'll get a little bit rewards later. But I think the biggest part of the community building is just making sure you have people who want to play and have a good time and play this game. And we talked about it before, like SWU is just a great game, and there's so much, you have so many opportunities to play with different leaders. I mean, we have 72 leaders. What, the next set drops? It's crazy. Like, there's so much variety. There's so many different ways to play this game. And then when you play it, you're like, hey, you find people who are like-minded that want to do the same thing, and you pick a day. Let's start making Mondays our day, which is what it is for us.
Mhm.
And people start showing up and playing. So I think that's one of the biggest things is getting people together and having a good time with it.
Speaking of
Awesome.
that, Mondays, Waterloo Games, what time?
Mondays, Waterloo Games at 6 o'clock. We might be pushing it to 6:30 to
Okay.
get a little bit more people who are coming in from work from different areas.
Okay. Yeah, that might make it possible for me to go down there.
Oh, nice.
Is it a? Do you guys do like a weekly constructed?
Yeah, it's Premier. Right now we're doing the Premier Best of 3 to come in there and to play, and it's currently it's at $8, and you pay, and the people who get the top 4 get packs. So it's a pack and a half per player.
Okay,
Very nice. Very
excellent.
nice.
Yeah, we'll have to see if we can get a little road trip going down there, Paul and
That'd be
Nick.
awesome. Yeah, heck yeah.
Very good. So uh, I know you do a lot of like just like you're seeing the punches, but you do other things like leagues, like some things that are like
Yeah.
normal people do. Can you tell us about a little bit more about how the leagues work?
Oh yeah, we are currently in season 4 of our league. So what we do is every season we do a league in which a bunch of players we all get together and play. One of the leagues is casual competitive where it's achievement based. Okay. So right now, what that means is when the new set drops, for example, JTL drops, we're going to be going into season 5, which means in season 5, it's going to be achievement based. Basically, your wins and your achievements are going to be weighed the same. So you get wins for X amount of points, you get achievement points. So some of the achievements would be like, hey, pilot, or how many pilots you have on the field, or you play this certain base, you win with a certain base, or how many ships you have in play. Those are just some examples of achievements that you get, that once you play your opponent and you win that match, you get to check that box off and you get those extra points. And at the very end of the season, we'll do a tournament at the very end in which we have a lot of fun prizes. We basically, the prize pool, all the money that goes into the prize pool is on literally on prizes. The fees that we take in, we just all to the prizes. We put in um, booster boxes, a play mat, tokens that, if you know Chip Marshall, he's also runs the league with me. He's been amazing when it comes to creating some of these items. So we literally have initiative tokens that we created that look
Ooh,
very similar to what the FFG has. Excuse me, the Game Genic ones, but it
mhm.
has RVA on it, has our logo on it, RVA SWU, and it has, like, for mine, since I ran Yoda in the last season, I have a picture of Yoda on there, and it shows season 3, and I got first in Swiss and all that stuff. It's
Nice.
it's really cool. So that is one of the coolest things that we do. And currently, one that we're in right now is the competitive season. This is where it's just about the wins. We play 2 matches a week against each other, and currently we have 10 people in the league for this season. And everyone, the whole goal of this league for this specific one is to make the best of the best, right? Like, a lot of players that are in this league are the ones that went to the PQ, that are doing well, and this is how we get our reps. We play the best decks against each other. Think of it as a gauntlet within this league, right? If you're familiar with the gauntlet, you basically play the best decks against each other to see which ones will come out on top, and that's kind of how we do it. So with the league itself, that's what we use it for, is to build up our competitiveness, but also the edge of, like, hey, we're going to be playing against Quinlan, we're going to be playing against Jenga, we're going to be playing against Kira, we're going to play against all these different types of decks. Okay, well, let's see how my deck plays against it, or if this is my deck, I'm playing Han Yellow against everyone else, how am I doing? So the leagues has been pretty huge for us. It's been a lot of fun when people are playing it for the different reasons, and we do it. They last about 5 weeks, unless there's a holiday season in there. Then it cuts down to 4 weeks. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of great getting interactions with people and playing on with the league itself. So it's been a lot of fun.
Nice. So do players like meet up outside of the weekly tournament to play these?
Yes, we do that a lot of doing that. We meet outside to play these games. Sometimes when you're matched up in your league, like, okay, well, I gotta play Chip. Well, guess what? We're gonna be at the Monday Weekly. Let's get our game in out of the way there. So it's a great way to for us to get more reps in, because just doing the math from last season, I think we played over 100 games,
Wow.
just the playing, because the more you play, the more the more reps you get, the more play lines you get to see. Hey, if I'm on the play, if I'm on the draw, it's like, if I'm going first, I'm going second. What do I do? And it's the more you play, you'll get better at your deck, right? So yeah, some people will come in and play like, hey, once a week or whatever, but if you get more reps in playing in the league, that just helps you when you start to play the deck that you want to try out, or you want to go to a competitive event. And that's just what we use the league for, is it helps us build the strength of our decks. How good are they? By just
Nice.
playing in the league.
Yeah,
For
it's
sure.
also a good way for people to meet up more than once a week. Sometimes I'm bad at
Yeah.
names, but sometimes if I see them once a week, I'll remember their face, but maybe it'll take me a few weeks to get
Yeah.
their name down. So this is a good way to you get paired with someone, you reach out to them, you talk, start having a conversation, and maybe
Yep.
you got a new friend.
Exactly. And then when we see new people join the league, that's really cool. We're like, oh, we want to try this out because we heard about this, and and it just opens it up for people to have like you said, you kind of network that way out too. You're like, oh, I get to meet some new people, and they come out and they talk about it. So yeah, it's a pretty big deal, especially when we run two different one's a casual competitive league, and then one's just a strictly competitive. So there's a little bit for everybody.
Awesome.
As your resident Twin Sons hater here,
we have to turn into the dark side.
Twin Sons? Why Twin Sons?
Why Twin Sons?
Yeah,
Because
and go into your podcast a little bit.
Yeah. So why Twin Sons? Well, the main reason about Twin Sons is because it's more casual. We know that we are competitive players. I think everybody here is pretty competitive, right?
Mhm.
I look at the Twin Sons format as a way to be like, you know what? I want to try. I literally built a Jin, Urso, and Finn deck for Twin Sons because you know what? No one plays them, right? I want to try them out and play with them, right? But
Yeah.
I just like the casualness of it. It's very relaxed. We laugh so much playing Twin Sons than anything else because we're trying to see, because you know how it is when you play, if you've ever played Commander or anything like that, it's a little bit of politicking there. Like, hey, you know what? I tell you what, if you don't attack me, I'll go buy you a snack. I don't know, something like that, right? So funny. Like one of the guys that I played with, his name is David. Sometimes I give him a ride. He's like, hey, tell you what, if you don't attack me, I'll give you a ride home. Because I'm literally giving him a ride.
You
It's
gotta
kind of a
walk.
joke. Yeah, right.
You
So,
gotta
but
be
yeah,
rolling. I was watching
the
an
main
episode.
reason, yep, the main reason why I played the Twin Sons is because I like the casualness, the multiplayer. I love multiplayer, and the fact that one thing that Commander, sorry for all you Magic fans out there, Commander takes forever. Twin Sons does not. Once opponent's leader or base is defeated, you gain 5 health, and then you get that remaining action phase. And then after that, whoever has the least amount of damage on their base is the winner. And that's what makes it fun. Games typically, I played a 3-player Twin Sons, 4-player, 5-player, 6-player Twin Sons, and it's just so much fun.
Okay.
I loved on your video. I guess one of the guys was giving out upgrades for people not to attack him. I think he gave a lightsaber out to someone, so I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. And like I was playing on one of the for our podcast under the Twin Sons, I was playing the I call it my hug deck, where I was playing Obi-Wan and Rey as my leaders. And Rey basically says that you give experience tokens, right? For 2 power less. And then Obi-Wan allows you to heal damage, but it doesn't say friendly. It just says heal or give. So I was doing that the whole match, and they didn't know how to really combat me on that, right? So like, oh, do I attack Ruben or not? Which was fun. I ended up winning that game when I flipped them both over and I put lightsabers on them and swung it and won. But it was kind of one of those things where, it's hard to attack your opponent when you don't know if they're trying to be nice to you or not. But yeah, so that's why I like Twin Sons, because you come up with those kind of scenarios, which is a lot of fun for me too.
So I think my biggest complaint with Twin Sons, and I've mentioned it a couple times on this podcast, is the one-offs. Instead of like a 2 of, or even like a regular,
That's the beauty of
3
it,
of.
Nick. That's the beauty of it. The fact that you know that the card you resource you're never gonna see again, unless you're running Smuggle, unless you got tech.
Drive me nuts.
It
Well, I think
adds
this-
to it. It adds to value.
Well, it's going to be a lot of, especially the Force coming out. It's going to be enough cards that do similar things that you can still build a consistent strategy. It's just not going to be the exact one.
Yeah.
True. All right. Well, I will give it a chance at some point.
Yeah,
Well,
Nick, if you ever come out and play Twin Sons, I'll have a deck ready for you. You can try it out. We'll have a lot of fun.
Perfect.
I think Paul was trying to say something.
Cutting back up a little bit, give us some insights. We got a little bit from you about like you want to go to the most niche possible. What's your favorite combo in Twin Suns? Like, give us an idea. Like when you think Twin Suns and you're like, I want to win. What are you playing? Who are your leader choices here?
Anything with blue in it.
Anything with
Yeah.
blue.
Because blue has this has a lot of good restore, has a lot of good removal, has a lot of good abilities to have units with shields on it. But if I'm trying to win the game, like I guess I like playing with my with Yoda. And I was playing a Yoda Palpatine deck. Um, so I like the fact that Yoda, of course, can do his own little destruction, but I get to draw so many cards by just looking at what he does. And then Palpatine allows me to run villainy cards in my Twin Sons deck. So not only am I getting heroism cards, I'm also getting the villainy cards. So if I'm looking to consistently win with a Twin Sons deck, I would probably pick Yoda and Chancellor Palpatine as my leaders because it has I think the best of all of the cards in it, especially when you can. But one thing to know about Twin Suns, you're really getting to 8 or 9 resources is not a common thing. So
Right.
6, 7 resources is probably the sweet spot when the games typically go back and forth. But last night we were did a pot or did our podcast for it. We literally got to like 8 or 9 resources, and we're all talking about like we were just talking about this in the podcast that we normally do this, and then we did it. So it's kind of fun. But yeah, I just think the if you're trying to win, I think blue is probably where I would go to, and of course anything that you put in your deck that has Sentinel in it is going to help you so much because you're not just worried about one person attacking you. There's other 2 or 3 people that are going to try to swing attack you. So getting Sentinels in your Twin Suns deck is key.
Okay.
For sure. Nick,
Yeah.
come on, man. If you were going to play Twin Suns, villainy or heroism?
Oh,
I mean, at this
come on, Nick.
point, I could play anything now. It's one of probably villainy. Still,
Yeah, villainy.
I
Villainy
like
for sure.
villainy.
Raul, you're going with villainy, huh? You just can't let that
Well,
control go.
Yeah, but funny enough, so I've only built one Twin Suns deck, and it was Ahsoka Anakin. I just wanted to put those two together thematically and throw as many red units that.
Well, the funny thing
deck.
is, I just built a Ahsoka Anakin deck, and the reason why is because I've literally been watching Clone Wars, and for me, a spoiler, I have not watched everything of it yet. I'm still in season 1 of the Clone Wars show.
What?
So,
No, you're for a
okay,
treat.
hey, all right.
Oh, that may be
So,
even worse than your Twin Sons part.
yeah. But the thing is I was watching an episode and I was like, this would be kind of cool. So I built the deck, and then guess what? I built the Grievous and Dooku deck as well.
Yeah.
And it's like because I just get introduced like Asajj. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Put her in the deck. It's for me thematically like you did, Raul. Was like that's what's so fun about it. He's like, oh, I want to put these combos together, and so that's why I have so much fun with playing Twin Suns, and that's why my buddies and I we do a podcast under the Twin Suns, and it's been a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Me, I
And-
think my next Twin Sun setup is going to be like Boba 1 Jabba on Cloud City.
Nice. Heck yeah. I mean, it's not suspended in Twin Suns.
Sure
But
is
whenever
not.
people like Cole, he's the host of Under the Twin Suns podcast, and we're the co-hosts. He created a the deck with him and we're like, ooh, we still give him crap about it, but it's a lot of fun.
That kind of reminds me. So, wanted to propose something to you guys. I'd love to, someone else would love to come on and play with you guys at some point.
For
But I thought
sure.
it'd be funny if we built Twin Suns decks for other people to play. So, like, Paul and I build decks for you and one of your buddies to play against
Dude,
us.
that'd be awesome. I would love that. Heck yeah, man. Do it. Heck yeah.
The memest stuff
Nick,
you can
I
play.
want Nick to build a deck too. It says,
Yeah.
here, build this
Man.
deck. I know that this is gonna be the worst thing I've ever put together, but we'll play it and we'll have fun with it.
Yeah.
You know what? I would build a Chancellor Palpatine deck and just go straight both sides.
There we
There
go.
you go. There you go.
Yeah.
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 Just
Maybe.
gonna regret that.
That's okay. I'll play it.
Let's set it up. We could do. I just realized we could do 3v3. So like, if you want to set it up at some point, let her know. We'll make it happen.
Oh heck yeah.
For sure.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
So
any
when
other
is your
thoughts?
guys' Twin Sons play date? Sorry, Raul, for cutting you off.
You're
I'm
good. No,
sorry,
you're
buddy.
good.
Just real quick,
Yeah.
last thing on Twin Sons. When do you guys play Twin Sons at Waterloo?
We've you're in my head. This is what we're talking about. Right now with us going to 6:30, more than likely going to 6:30 on Mondays. We're probably gonna be playing right before it. But we're also thinking about adding another day to play. I was actually looking at your guys' calendars to see, what time
Mhm.
that all you guys play, all your different stores. But right now we're thinking about Mondays earlier than that, like 6:30, like literally between like 5 and 6:15. For folks to
Cool.
get together, play Twin Sons first, but we've also talked about doing it on a different day, just to do Twin Sons, because I will give you guys a little first dibs on this. Kind of what we're doing is the Friday of the pre-release of JTL, we're gonna do a Chaos Twin Sons event.
Ooh.
So yeah, so quickly, basically how that works is you're gonna get 8 packs. You're going to be able to build from there. Of course, it's going to be a one of everything, except there is going to be a 60 card minimum, because once Twin Sons it goes to 80.
Yeah.
You can use either hero or villainy leaders. If you are playing, you can run additional upgrades and additional units in your deck, more than one, except they all gain the unique rule.
Okay.
So if you were going to try to play a second unit, you'd have to defeat one of them, right? So it kind of adds to, that's why it's the chaos of it. So we're gonna
Nice.
try it out, see how it goes, and I know we're gonna have a lot of fun and see how that happens. But it's just something for us to try different, and because we're always thinking about different things in Twin Sons, so it's a lot of fun for us to do
That
that.
sounds awesome. Would it be using the JTL packs?
Yes, only JTL.
Okay.
Have
Ooh.
you
Very
guys
interesting.
tested it to see if that like sealed pool will give you enough cards and all that?
We haven't tested it, but that's what makes it chaos. We
Okay.
don't know how it's gonna be.
Well,
But
I don't want
yeah.
to
Most premium
I
draft
wouldn't
ever.
want
We're
to
going to
show
do that.
up and then not be able to play just because
Well, that's why it's a 60 card minimum.
Yeah.
So out of 8 packs is what, 1,500 and something cards. And that's why I created that unique rule, just in case you get an extra unit or upgrade, you can play it. And
Okay.
basically, once you do the Twin Sons, you can get a multiple of colors. 3 colors
Yeah.
in there, so it allows you to play those extra cards that you wouldn't normally get to play and play in like a sealed premier event or draft.
Okay.
It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be great. When we're done with it, like, man, this was horrible, or you're like, man, this is great. So we don't know. I'll report back.
Okay. Well, I mean, I might try to come. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it'll be Friday, the Friday before the pre-release. What day is that? What was that, the 7th?
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. After we get offline here, just send me all the dates for like your showdowns and all.
yeah,
Any events going on, we'll make sure we'll post it with the episode here.
yeah, for sure.
Carbonite
And
booster draft. Let's do it.
Yeah. I'm down for the
actually,
$120
yeah.
draft.
No, but that is actually because I did get a Carbonite booster box. That will be in a future league prize pool.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Congrats.
Okay.
Yeah, our prizes are pretty legit. I've been telling you,
Yeah.
man.
Well, spoiler alert for our future videos. We're gonna be doing definitely live openings of our packs, or at
For
least
sure.
mine.
I
I know, I
think we're going to
talked to
all
Paul a
get
little
together
bit.
on pre-release night here and do this because I got 2 Carbonite boosters. I think Nick got 2
Okay.
Carbonite boosters.
Nice.
I want to go pack for pack with Paul. We just keep a like running tally, like
flexing,
who's winning.
like, oh, look what I got. Look what you got.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We'll keep a running tally. Who's winning? Who's up in like legendaries? All that, and then see if we get showcases out of it.
Maybe I'll get 30
maybe
showcases.
some live trading.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Awesome. Well, any last thoughts, Ruben?
Yeah, just gonna shout out to the Under the Twin Sons podcast. Our host, our main host is Cole. Got co-host, we got Steve, handsome Steve. He wanted me to say that, let everybody know he's handsome. And Jonathan and Chris, who's been on a little bit of hiatus, but he's he's part of the crew too. So just want to say thank you for letting me join your show today and kind of talk
Yeah,
about a little bit about everything that we do. And yeah,
it's awesome. Where can we find Under the Twin Suns?
I will give you the link and all the information. And we do our podcasts. We do 2 a week. We
Mhm.
upload Mondays and we upload Fridays. We do our free for all, which is where we're just playing Twin Suns, and then we do a Monday where we just talk about all the different Twin Suns related topics. Spoilers. We talk about spoilers. We
Mhm.
also do a deck text for Twin Suns that we just come up with fun memes. But yeah, I'll definitely give you all that information. And it's and we do this our podcast through YouTube.
Okay,
Awesome.
it's nice. Yeah, I was gonna get as if you're on YouTube or any other platforms, but awesome. We'll make sure to share any links you send us. Cool. A little end of the episode bookkeeping. So Paul and I tomorrow are headed to the SEO, a curio store showdown.
Ooh,
So we're excited for that. You got your deck picked out, Paul?
I think I'm gonna have to go with the Han Yellow, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna lose to this Iden Blue again, and
Ah,
that's what it is.
but no, so last I checked, this morning it was getting pretty full. I think there's only like 6 spots left, so it'll be a good showing. I'm excited. This will air after the episode anyway, so not really worried about anyone hearing. But I'm very likely just digging Item Blue. I don't know what else to play.
I mean, work with it. If it's doing well, play it, right? So it's
Yeah.
like control. It's hard control. So
Mhm.
it's a big deal. And one thing that I've realized with Han against hard control, it's tough. It's a tough matchup.
Yeah. And then my girlfriend Norma is coming with me. I think this is her first showdown. She's in a few weeklies,
Ooh,
but
there you go.
she will be playing. I think Sabine is what she's playing. She's been playing that for the last
Sabine.
couple of weeks. She likes aggro games. Like she played Leia at first, and I
There
was
you
like,
go.
you should try the Sabine deck. So she's been on that. So
That's awesome, man.
looking forward to that. And I think we have a couple listeners who said they were going to. So we hope to see you all there.
For sure.
What events at Waterloo have we got coming up?
Well, we do have a store championship series that we've been doing at Waterloo Games that we started at the middle of January. Basically, I'll put the link in here and give you guys a link for that. But basically, what Waterloo Games is doing is we're doing store trials, and these store trials are competitive events, premier that has some pretty significant prize support. We also have a leaderboard that, once you start placing, once you get points for participating, for, running in these trials, you get a lot of points, and then you could start getting the prizes are pretty great. There's like $175 store credit. There is, booster box, there's packs, there's all kinds of fun stuff. The store championship is actually in February 15th,
Oh,
which is a big deal because I think the first prize is $500 store credit.
Wow.
So what we're trying to do is find or reach out and let people know that, hey, we're trying to run these events. We're trying to get people to come in and try these events. Saturday competitiveness. I mean, the site is pretty legit. Of what you can see the leaderboard and everything on there, and we're building it. We're building it. We're building. We're building it. But the prizes are significant, and it's the championship is on the 15th. Anyone can join it. Those who win the trials get a first round bye. So there's gonna be some folks who won some of the trials that got buys, but then anyone can to join it, and then the prizes are pretty significant. And I'll give you those links as well. And then this is season one, but then season two will start in March after the pre-release. The pre-release is one of the events there, but of course everyone's doing pre-release. But March is going to be events, April, and then there's going to be another event at May, which is going to be at the Richmond Open, and I'll give you those details. So basically, it's a lot of things are happening. We're trying to do competitive events at least once a month at Waterloo Games for folks to come out and try out. And during the PQ season, it was kind of trying to dodge those, but yeah, there's always something happening at Waterloo Games for competitive tournaments. So if you guys are looking for some competitive juices to go and play against, different folks, love to have you guys come out and participate. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, Waterloo Games is a great location to play, and Kevin's great, and would love to have you guys come out.
that's awesome. Um,
Sweet.
Cool. One last thing I want to do is give a shout out to some of our new friends that joined us in the Discord this week. From our Second, from our from the weekly at your hobby place, and every time I sit down and talk to someone, I try to get them to the Discord, can listen to us. So Cyranus, thanks for joining us. Cyranus, I think that's how you say your username. And Brace Polecat, which are friends from your hobby place, which we had talked about, I think playing some of them a couple weeks ago at our showdown.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Also, Jedi Master Adam, who we've longtime friend. We've been playing different stores, but finally joined us in the podcast and the Discord, and wasted no time jumping in and discussing strategy with Han Green. So
Yeah.
if you everyone out there interested in joining our Discord, we have specific deck discussions. We'll talk about events in the area. So we will post the link and hopefully get a couple of you guys to join us.
For sure.
I joined.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, bring your buddies in
Yeah.
here. Get them in here.
Yeah.
Start posting use it to post your events. I mean, it's just another avenue. I know there's a lot of Discords and places you can post, but
Heck yeah, man.
the more
Definitely.
places you can post and get visibility, the bigger community we can build.
Sure. Greatly
If
appreciate
you
that.
guys want to post deck text too,
Yeah.
just create a channel. If there's not a channel there, we can create one. Go wild.
Love it. Thanks,
Let's
guys.
go. All right. And then so thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for hanging out with us. Ruben, thank you so much for joining us. We're looking forward to playing some Twin Suns and Premiere with you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, let's get that 3v3 chaos deck building set up.
All right, you got it, man. You got it.
Awesome. Any final thoughts, Paul or Nick?
Signing off from the future.
Yeah,
Everybody have a good morning.
that's right. You going to the karaoke bar tonight?
I don't know what's planned. I'm just kind of like I'm along for the ride.
Yeah.
A lot of locals here that'll. I think we're going to the Samurai Museum first, but other than that,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
We got dinner plans, but we'll see.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you, listeners. I'm Raul.
Nick.
And we got Ruben joining us today. Thanks again. So we'll catch you next time.
See ya.
Ooh, man, what's the name of the game? Wow, I'm blanking. Knights of the Old Republic. Note to self, edit this part out.